Today on MTG Unpacked we're continuing to put together the Patron snap packs. So if you missed yesterday's video you might want to go back, check that out. We went through a whole bunch of patrons there and we'll be continuing on today. It's such an epic series of videos we needed to split it into two parts. So without further ado, let's get cracking here. And if you too would like to get in on the pack cracking action, I'll leave a link to the Patreon in the description here. So check that out if you're so inclined. So first up, we have Jack of all trades. Thank you for being a patron, sir. We will construct your snap pack very shortly. So what I've been doing is 5 commons and then 5 uncommons, and then you get a foil and 2 rares or mythics. So let's put that together. And then the uncommons, we'll put those on top. And also at the lower end tier, you would have seen in the video yesterday that we were adding some foils to those. So that's something new for January 2019. Make sure I haven't miscounted here. Alright, 10 there. And grab a foil. And a rare, and another one. Alright, good luck, sir. Let's see what we can get you today. We'll start off with a Blight Keeper, Catalyst Elemental, Disposal Mummy, Zombie Jackal, that's pretty cool. Rummaging Goblin! There we go, we're off to a great start with the goblins already. Smelt. And for the uncommons we have Damping Sphere, so I think this one's a pretty good one. Aerial Engineer. What? We get a wild card on the first snap pack. So if you missed the video yesterday, you would have seen near the end there was a wild card. So you get an extra rare, sir. Let's put that aside. Grab you the extra rare right now and hopefully get that here without anybody seeing. Alright, and then we get a Mardu Strike Leader. This is actually a rare in the uncommon slot. I've been putting the lower value rares in there. So this is a creature human warrior 3/2 for 3 mana. Whenever Mardu Strike Leader attacks, put a 2/1 black warrior creature token onto the battlefield. You can do dash 3 in a swamp. You can cast a spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. That is a mouthful. Alright, and you also get Malevolent Whispers, and I just find that card hilarious. And a foil promo, no less, Narumeha Master Wizard. So this is a legendary creature, human wizard, 3/3 for 4 mana with flash. When Narumeha Master Wizard enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Other wizards you control get +1/+1. Alright. And we also get a Gigantasaurus. 10/10 for 5 mana. Massive beast. And a Supreme Phantom, so this is a creature spirit, 1/3 for 2 mana with flying. Other spirits you control get +1/+1. And your third rare here, sir, is a Thief of Sanity. And I must say, he was stealing my sanity at F&M on Friday. He actually popped out a couple of times, kept stealing my cards, so I was not happy about that. So this guy, creature spectre, flying, 2/2 for 3 mana. So that's Demir colours. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, exile one of them face down, and put the rest into their graveyard. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may look at it, you may cast it, and you may spend mana as well, or mana of any type to cast that spell. So he is a nasty piece of work. Definitely worth including in a deck if you're in the Demir colours. So thank you, Jack of all trades. And the Patron pack openings will be coming up in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Alright, next up we have You Mad Bra 99, and as you can see, he's actually got a few cards already. We did some sponsored pack openings on a recent live stream. Leave a note in the comments if you think that should be a regular thing, but he's already got a couple of cards there, so we will add to his collection with a snack pack. So let's get the commons here. And I had to restock the commons because, yeah, there weren't that many in the box to begin with because it's so full of rares and foils. So that's another good reason to have wild cards. You can help thin it out and get some more value to the patrons. 4 and 5. Alright. And then we'll grab a foil here. And a rare, and another one. Alright. So good luck, sir. Thanks for being a patron. Oh, that is cool. We start off with Bone Harvest. Some nice artwork there. So this is from Mirage. Rustwing Falcon. Raid Bombardment. Nurok Replica. Chandra's Revolution. And for the uncommons we have Quicksand. Crocodile of the Crossing. This guy was a fun dude back in the day. Haphazard Bombardment. So another one of these rares chucked into the uncommon slot. Ravenous Chupacabra. I think he came up yesterday, so he's clearly very ravenous for value. Very nice card. We get a Phalanx Leader, and your foil is a Sprouting Thrinax. So he's a 3/3 for 3 mana. When Sprouting Thrinax dies, create 3 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. I would have thought he'd create lizards, but no, he creates saplings. Must be fertilizing them. And a Mythic! Chance for Glory. This is an instant for 3 in the Boros colors. Creatures you control gain indestructible, take an extra turn after this one, and at the beginning of that turn's end step you lose the game. So I was going to say that's a great card, but then, yeah, limited circumstances there, be useful. And Shaper's Sanctuary, so this is an enchantment for a single forest. Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Alright, so I hope you enjoy those You Mad Bra 99. We'll get that put together, and I'm waiting on some Ultimate Masters to get here. It's all sold out locally, so look for those pack openings. Some of the patrons opted for that instead of their 4 packs of standards, so we shall see how that goes. Next up we have Lou Dukes. Let's see what we can grab for Lou. I got 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. Just as long as I don't start pulling multiple foils for everyone. I did that yesterday, had to re-edit that part of the video. It's very embarrassing. Alright, so 2 rares. Good luck, Lou. Thanks for being a patron. We have Reduced to Ashes, and I think that would make a fantastic foil. Witch's Familiar. You get a frog, sir. Look at this dude. He's just sitting there. He doesn't really have too many cares, waiting for a insect to go by. Gift of Paradise. Viashino Weaponsmith. So this is an Urza's card. Thornhide Wolves, Fight with Fire, first the uncommons here, that one's pretty good. Have that in my burn deck. Halar the Fire Fletcher, Squee Goblin Nabob. So he is a legendary creature, Goblin, 1/1 for 3 mana at the beginning of your upkeep. You may return Squee Goblin Nabob from your graveyard to your hand, so just one of those extra rares I chuck in there. And we get an Escaped Null. A zombie berserker, that is pretty creepy. And Stitch's Supplier, that's another decent one. And your foil is Artificer's Epiphany, so this is an instant for 3. Draw 2 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card, and I like the foiling on that one. And for your rare, you get a Death Baron. Creature, Zombie Wizard, 2/2 for 3 mana. Skeletons you control and other zombies you control get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. Very nice if you're into that tribal sort of thing. And you also get a Gilded Lotus. So this is an artifact for 5. Tap it and add 3 mana of any one colour. Very nice pulls there today, Lou. Thank you for being a patron. Moving right along, we have Travis Taylor. And we'll go digging in here for Travis. So I got 2, 3, 4, and 5 there, and then the uncommons. Alright, pop those over there, and foil, and 2 out of the rare mythic slot. Alright, good luck, Travis. We have Luminous Bonds. Generator Servant, Foundry Street Denizen Goblin Warrior, and I'm going to ruin my voice by the end of this, I'm sure of that. So, whenever another red creature enters the battlefield under your control, Foundry Street Denizen gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Fantastic, the goblins are back. Beacon Apparition, Ogre Sentry, and for the uncommons, oh nice pull, we get a Fatal Push. So this was a huge card in the recent standard. No longer legal, but I think it's still heavily played in other formats. And you get a rare, oh okay, nice, Harbinger of the Hunt, creature, dragon, 5/3 for 5 mana. Or I should say Harbinger. I always have trouble with this one. He's flying 2 and a mountain that deals 1 damage to each creature without flying, and 2 and a forest deals 1 damage to each other creature with flying. Okay, so take your pick who you're damaging there. And Sprouting Renewal, Roiling Waters, Weaponcraft Enthusiast, that's pretty cool. That looks like something out of a manga. Like very detailed there. And a foil Gremlin Infestation. I'm sorry, sir, but you have a Gremlin Infestation. It's an enchantment aura for 4. Enchant artifact. At the beginning of your end step, it deals 2 damage to enchanted artifact's controller. When enchanted artifact is put into a graveyard, create a 2/2 red Gremlin creature token. So yes, that will be a fun one. Enchanting artifacts there. And you get Omniscience Mythic! It's an enchantment for 10! Holy moly. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. That is pretty powerful. Let me know in the comments if you've actually got this in your blue deck. Seems like it would be good. And we get another Mythic! Double Mythic Snap Pack. Wow. Hazoret, the Fervent Legendary Creature God, 5/4 for 4 mana. Has Indestructible and Haste and can't attack or block unless you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. Pay 2 and amount and discard a card, and it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So this was one of my go-to cards in the last standard. Always nice to get the Hazoret out there and do some damage. Alright, so thank you, Travis. Moving on, we have Lucas and Pennington. Thank you for being a patron, sir. Let's see what we can pull for you today. And at this rate, I may run out of commons. I don't think anybody would be particularly sad, but we'll see how we do. So, uncommons. Now, if we run out of these other things, that's when we have to start worrying. That's when I start spending hours digging through my cards going, oh, I need to find some rares for the patrons. What will I do? Alright, let's get started here. We have Druid of the Cowl, Treasure Cruise, Kjeldoran Guard, so what is that, Ice Age? I think that's the set. This is a weird looking dude. Psychic Miasma, Arazka Raptor, and another rare. We get a Temet Vizier of Nactimon, legendary creature, human cleric, 2/2 for 2 mana. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature token you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. And you can embalm it for 3 plains and an island. So check that out if you want to know about embalming. If you've played in Armenket block, you'd be familiar with that already. And Seal Away, that's a nice uncommon there for you. Chainer's Edict, so there's another nice one. Dragon Egg. Chemist's Insight. And for your foil, you get a Gruesome Encore. This is a sorcery for 3. Put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's nice. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. If that creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. And for your rare, you get an Elvish Clan Caller. This is a creature elf druid, 1/1 for 2 mana. Other elves you control get +1/+1. And for 4 and 2 forests, tap it, search your library for a card named Elvish Clan Caller, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So they can actually bring out some of the other ones of their clan. Oh, another nice one. So, Waste Not. This is an enchantment for 2. Whenever an opponent discards a creature card, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Whenever an opponent discards a land card, add 2 swamps to your mana pool. And whenever an opponent discards a non-creature, non-land card, draw a card. So that's a bit of a smorgasbord there. Take your pick. Different, well, you can't actually take your pick, but you have a number of different things that are happening. Whole bunch of different triggers, so that is pretty cool. Thank you, Lucas, for being a patron. Next up, we have a new patron. He gets his signed Jackalope Herd card for his first month. That is Neil Ellis. Thank you, sir. Let's dig into the box here and see what we can get you. And for the uncommons, alright, and a foil, and a rare, and another rare. Alright, all mythic. Good luck, Neil. Let's get cracking. Here we have Barrier of Bones. Love the artwork on that one. Goblin Motivator! There's your motivation right there, right in the face. Act of Treason. Oh, ding 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 ding, we have an extra rare, so there is another wild card. Let's pop that down here. Grab an extra rare out of the box. Okay. Next we have a Bloodright Invoker, and you may have noticed that one was in the common slot, so there are wild cards spread throughout here. I think there may even be one in the foil slot. So I haven't pulled one of those yet. Bloodright Invoker, and for the uncommons we get Elaborate Fire Cannon, Famished Paladin, Enigma Drake, and oh okay, this must be an extra rare. Spoils of the Vault, so it's an instant for a single swamp. Choose a card name, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card with that name, then put that card into your hand. Exile all other cards revealed this way, and you lose 1 life for each of the exiled cards. Love that artwork there. You got a Leonin Vanguard, and your foil is Justice Strike. It's an instant for 2 in the Boros colors. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. Nice. Oh, here's a good one. And your rare is a Creeping Tar Pit. This is a land. It enters battlefield tapped. You can tap it for islands or swamps. Pay 1 an island and a swamp, and it becomes a 3/2 blue and black elemental creature until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. It's still a land. Fantastic pull there, sir. And, oh, you're getting all the Ultimate Masters stuff here. Daybreak Coronet. This is an enchantment aura for 2. Enchant creature with another aura attached to it. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. And your third rare here, because you got the wild card, is Expansion Explosion. So Expansion is an instant for 2. Copy target instant or sorcery spell with convert mana cost 4 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. Explosion for X, and 2 islands, 2 mountains. It deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. Alright, so that is a pretty nice haul today for Neil. Thank you for being a patron, sir. Much appreciated. Moving on. Holy moly, I'm just looking through the pile here. We have a whole heap of new patrons this month. We have Ethan Dorego. He gets his signed Jackalope Herd card. And we will build him a snap pack. So 3, 4, and 5. And the uncommons, not the foils. I would love to give out a lot more foils, but alas, I have a limited collection of those. But I do pretty much have a unlimited collection of commons and uncommons, so that's not going to be a problem with those. And a foil, and grab you a rare, and a second one. Alright, good luck, Ethan. What do we have here? We have a Goblin Arsonist! Creature Goblin Shaman 1/1 for a single mountain. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may have it deal 1 damage to target creature or player. Fantastic. Goblins for the win. Sungrace Pegasus. Elvish Rejuvenator. Without weakness. 2-headed zombie, because 2 heads are better than 1. And you get an extra rare here. Siege Dragon, Creature Dragon, 5/5 for 7 mana with flying. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all walls your opponents control. And whenever Siege Dragon attacks, if defending player controls no walls, it deals 2 damage to each creature without flying that player controls. Alright, and we get a Flesh Eater Imp. And this guy I always find hilarious. It's practically like a mouth attached to this tiny little body, although those wings are pretty big, so I would not want to mess with him. Strider Harness, Seal Away, there's a good one. Might of the Masses, and your foil is Ulamog's Crusher, so this is a creature, Eldrazi, 8/8 for 8 mana, holy moly. Has Annihilator 2, whenever this creature attacks, defending player sacrifices 2 permanents, and it attacks each combat if able. Alright. And a Mythic! This is Subterranean Tremors. It's a sorcery for X and a mountain. Deals X damage to each creature without flying. And if X is 4 or more, destroy all artifacts. If X is 8 or more, put an 8/8 red lizard creature token onto the battlefield. Nastiness. And a Thorn Lieutenant, creature Elf Warrior, 2/3 for 2 mana. Whenever Thorn Lieutenant becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green Elf Warrior creature token. And for 5 and a forest, it gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Alright, there you go, Ethan. Thanks for being a patron. And we'll pop these in here. And as I've said before, the pack openings will be happening over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for those. Next up we have Benjamin Sullivan gets his signed Jackalope Herd card for being a new patron this month. So 3, 4, and 5. And I think we have, yeah, we've got 3 more patrons after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at this rate I'm thinking we might have to go to 3 videos. I try to keep the videos under 20 minutes, but yeah, these are going way over. But I hope people are entertained nevertheless. Alright, Benjamin, let's see what we get you today. We start off with Typhoid Rats! Yes, we've got the rats with Death Touch. 1/1 for a single swamp, but look at those beady little eyes. That is quite terrifying, seeing that in your kitchen in the middle of the night. Fathom Fleet Border, and in our case we had a hamster that was loose in the middle of the night, getting up to all sorts of mischief. That was hilarious. Not so good for the hamster though, she was not feeling that well the next day. Fathomfleet Border, Caustic Hound, Ray's Dead, Salvager of Secrets, and for the uncommons we have Urza's Tome, Prism Array, Zoetic Cavern, Ruinous Path, so you get an extra rare here. This is a sorcery for 3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. You can awaken 4, so you pay 5, 2 swamps if you cast a spell for that. Also put 4 +1/+1 counters on target land you control, and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. Whoa! And an extra rare. Holy, how many wild cards? We're really dishing those out today. Alright, sir, so we'll put that aside. Okay, let me just grab the extra rare here. And take a look at your foil, sir. You get a foil mythic Zakama Primal Calamity. Holy moly. 9/9 for 9 mana with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. This guy is a legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control. For 2 in a mountain, it deals 3 damage to target creature. For 2 in a forest, it destroys target artifact or enchantment. And for 2 in a plains, you gain 3 life. Look at that foiling. Look at that fantastic beast. Great pull there, sir. And a rare Visions of Beyond, an instant for a single island. Draw a card. If a graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, draw 3 cards instead. Leonin War Leader is the next rare creature. Cat Soldier 4/4 for 4 mana. Whenever Leonin War Leader attacks, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink that attack and attacking. And your third rare is Argwell's Bloodfast. This is a legendary enchantment for 2. Pay 1 in a swamp, pay 2 life. You get to draw a card, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 5 or less life, you may transform Argwell's Bloodfast into Temple of Aklazot's legendary land. You can tap it for a swamp. Tap it, sack a creature, you gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Alright, so there you go, sir. Thanks for being a patron. Fantastic pulls today. Alright, next up we have Alpha Elizaga from Hawaii. So there's another one that's going to be going a long way. I think we had Bozo was the record holder for furthest travelling envelope, but we may have a new contender here. Alright, so there are the commons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the uncommons. And a foil, and rare, and a second rare. Alright, good luck, ma'am. Let's see what we can get you today. We start off with a Fiery Temper, Razor Pendulum. So this is another one of those from Mirage. Pretty horrifying artwork there. Bad River. Getting all the Mirage today. I think this one was worth a few bucks from what I recall. Root Snare, Piston Fist Cyclops, and for the uncommons we have Cryptic Cruiser, Orcish Vandal, Darksteel Sentinel, and you get an extra rare here, Mouth to Feed. So Mouth is a sorcery for 3, create a 3/3 green hippo creature token. Feed is a sorcery, so you can cast it from your graveyard. Draw a card for each creature you control with power 3 or greater. Alright. And a Fiery Finish. Your foil is Flesh to Dust. So this is an instant for 5. Destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated. And nice, the rare is a Glory Bringer. He's a creature dragon 4/4 for 5 mana with flying and haste. You may exert Glory Bringer as it attacks. When you do, it deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls. So this was another fun one back in the day, bringing out the Glory Bringers and doing a whole heap of damage. And a hollow one, creature, artifact creature, golem 4/4 for 5 mana. Costs 2 less to cast for each card you've cycled or discarded this turn, and you can cycle it for 2. Alright, so thank you Alpha for being a patron. Pop that in here. Alright, next up we have Eric Kinsey Another new patron gets the signed Jackalope Herd card there. So we'll go digging in the commons here. 3, 4, 5, and uncommons. 3, 4, and 5. Alright. And a foil. And let's grab one from here. Alright. Good luck, Eric. Let's see what we can get you this month. We start off with a deranged assistant. Sick and tired. Are you sick and tired of pack openings? Then why are you coming to this channel? This guy is not happy at all. Yeah, and that, what is that supposed to be? Like a lizard or a goblin or something? Revitalize. Tragic lesson. Poor Kefnet. Hired Blade, and for the uncommons we have Gurpo Guide, Purify the Grave, Dragon's Horde. So you get an extra rare here, an artifact for 3. Whenever a dragon enters out of field under your control, put a gold counter on Dragon's Horde. Tap, remove a gold counter from Dragon's Horde, and draw a card. And you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Next we have a Vigilant Baloth, Fiery Finish, and a foil rare. Nicely done. This is a Wall of Reverence from Ultimate Masters. Creature Spirit Wall. 1/6 for 4 mana with Defender and Flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. And your next rare here, you have Inquisition of Kozelek. Sorcery for a single swamp. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it with convert mana cost 3 or less. That player discards that card, so that one's pretty versatile as well. And a Cabal Stronghold. This is a land, tap it for... that's not colorless mana, is it? Something like that. For 3, tap, add a swamp for each basic swamp you control. Alright, so there we go. Eric, thanks for being a patron. Again, the pack openings for everybody will be coming up in the next few weeks. And finally, we have another new patron, Paper Time. So I believe he is from France, so we're getting quite a few international patrons now. So I should say France. Am I saying that right? Got to really work on my American accent, I think. I've been living here for so long you'd think it would have changed a little more. Okay, so there are the uncommons. And a foil. And rare, and a second one. Alright. Good luck, Mr. Paper Time. I think it's a Mr. Correct me if I'm wrong. We start off with Lightning Strike, Stalwart Shield Bearers, Daybreak Chaplain, Daggerback Basilisk, Pitiless Gorgon. Oh, a nice uncommon here. We have a Braid. That was another big one back in the previous standard. Vampiric Rites. Okay, had to have a closer look at that one to see what was going on. It's sort of a dark, muddy card. And Flash. Oh, you get an extra rare. This is an instant for 2. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do, sacrifice it unless you pay its mana cost, reduced by up to 2. And an Air Elemental, Creeping Chill, and a foil Burning Fist Minotaur. So this guy is a creature Minotaur wizard with first strike, 2/1 for 2 mana. Pay 1 and amount and discard a card, and it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And a Legion Warboss, Goblin Soldier, 2/2 for 3 mana. I think my goblin voice is worn out. Has Mentor. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token gains haste until end of turn and attacks this combat if able. Go the goblins. And Desertion. This is an instant for 5. Counter target spell. If an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, put that card onto the battlefield under your control instead of into its owner's graveyard. Alright, so some nice pulls there today, Paper Time. Thank you for being a new patron. And that is it. Would you believe it? We got through the patrons here. If I somehow missed you, let me know and we will do another video. And if you would like to get in on all the pack cracking action here and get some snacks out of this box, I'll leave a link to the MTG Unpacked Patreon in the video here in the description. And if you like the Patron Snack Pack unboxings, you like the content on the channel, give this one a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching and have a great day.